What's up, guys? Little Wolf from XS here. Back with another reaction video. This one was requested by the mobber. It's the Eagle versus the Notorious. If you want to watch this video without me running my mouth, which I will do, go to Dreist Studios. DREIST Studios. Dreist Studios. You can also look up the Eagle versus the Notorious in this top video that pops up. I'm going to put the original link in the description down below, so you can just click that if you want to watch it. Once again, without me running my mouth. I was playing Spin Tires earlier on Steam. It's like this off-roading game. It's kind of fun, and I was playing with this guy named Funky Monkey or something like that. Hopefully he subscribed, and we were in the middle of the game, and he stopped, but maybe he had something to do. But hopefully he went and subscribed, and he's watching this video now. Anyways, whatever. If you want to get your name... actually, I forgot. I'm not doing the board right now. If you want to get your video up here and me react to it, all you got to do is subscribe, comment down below, let me know what you want to see, and I should get to it. I've got about a month to go, and then I'll be back on the road again. Actually, a month and like 2 weeks, and I'll be back on the road again, so I'm not sure how well I'll be able to do the reaction videos once I go on the road. But we'll figure it out. I've been on the road way too much. I'm really tired. But whatever. Let's go ahead and get this started. Hopefully it's not too loud. This I believe is when they first met each other. I don't understand what their problem at that time was, because there weren't a whole lot of people talking about Khabib versus McGregor. Amazingly, I thought Khabib was smaller than McGregor, but they're about the same size.
If somebody watch me like crazy, I can go crazy too.
I wanna stay humble, but I have to talk because your guys talk too much.
Joe with the hat.
Irish, only 6 million. Russian, 150 million. I wanna fight for your chicken because
I don't understand what the numbers have to do with it, because everybody knows Ireland's a tiny island.
He's the most terrifying.
I don't understand why you would brag. Like, we have more people than you.
They want to do a Russia fight.
A lot of people have also tried to invade Ireland, and it has not gone well for them. Oh, that's when Khabib and his boys surrounded, what's his name? Dadgummit. Artem Lobov. That was kind of messed up, because they came at Artem with a lot of dudes, and then this happened. Yeah, this is it. When Conor flew all the way from Ireland with his boys and went crazy. Everybody was talking about Conor scared and all that, but Khabib wouldn't get out of the bus. I mean, I wouldn't either. There's a bunch of crazy, there's a gang of crazy Irishmen throwing stuff at us. Like, not like small stuff, but like throwing dollies and stuff.
McGregor's arrest. I think that after this disgusting, despicable
whatever.
I think everybody's relationship with Conor
whatever.
Not so great.
Dana knows he's about to make so much money off of this.
You don't come into Barclays Center, attack people that are in a bus who are fighting the next day. We're disgusted.
Yeah, you do.
With him right now. Completely disgusted.
Dana loves it. You know he does, because
What do you think about all this Conor McGregor bullshit?
if they fight, dude.
I don't even have words for it, man. I have no words for it. Conor McGregor, he's just losing it right now. It feels like he's lost it.
I don't know if he's on
Dude,
drugs
if they fight, it's
or
going to
what
be
his deal
insane.
is. Listen, you don't like Khabib and you don't like what happened or whatever, then fight Khabib.
I'm here. Send me a message, like location. I'm gonna come. Whatever you want, doesn't matter.
He looks like a crazy person.
In Moscow, doesn't matter. Tell me, where?
He looks like a crazy person. I like both of them. I like Conor better because I think he puts on more entertaining fights, and he's a better celebrity for the UFC. But I do like Khabib. I like Khabib, like the dude's super focused. and he just destroys
I'm giving
people.
Conor a lot of passes, and the only reason I'm giving him a lot of passes is the same as Mike Tyson. It's like, you know, you're getting a lot of money, you have the wrong people around you. Everybody's a yes sayer. You know, if somebody says, hey, you know what, we should throw something against the bus, the whole gang is going to, yeah, let's do that. Sounds great idea. You know, I think he just got caught up in the moment.
I love me some Boss Root.
Look at any
He does nothing but speak the
organization,
truth.
whether legal or non-legal, it always starts going down the drain when you let the greed start setting in.
I think Conor McGregor is like not only one of the biggest stars in mixed martial art, one of the biggest stars in all of sports on earth. So whenever Conor does decide to come back, I think it will be massive.
Oh, you know it will. That fight will
What
be
Conor
insane.
is an exceptional world championship fighter. I mean, that's what he really is. All this other stuff is the bullshit is going to get in the way of his legacy.
Kind of like John
I mean,
Jones.
just think about
all
setting
his
him
crap
up
got in the way of
with
his legacy.
Khabib. You know, having that fight. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, that would be a giant fight. That might be one of the biggest MMA fights ever to make.
What's his record? 25-0.
26 now.
26-0.
26
That's
and 0.
amazing.
And
Dude,
he's
you
barely
can't argue
tested.
with the math.
He barely gets tested.
Yeah,
The
that's
dude's
amazing.
bad.
You see one little flaw in him, you get all
He's
excited.
a bad dude. I mean, seriously, I like him. I like his trash talk.
Not just a level.
I like how he
above everybody
destroys
else, but
people.
multiple levels.
Yeah.
Khabib doesn't
But he
even
just
rap.
doesn't
He
have that
smashes it.
superstar status that Conor has. Conor's got this
I want to take him down. speak
meteor
with him,
he's riding
you know,
right
slap
now.
him, make him nervous.
And
Like, hey, get up, let's go. Where's your boxing?
I don't
I'll
see
slap
Khabib
him,
as
play with
ever
him,
becoming
and
that
make
big
him
of a
give
star.
up.
Even if he destroyed Conor, if he destroyed everybody for the rest of his life,
Is that what you want to do after this? Are you coming back to the
just don't
UFC?
think he can achieve what Conor McGregor's achieved.
option that I'm exploring. That would be a spectacle. It'd be like something out of Rocky. I suppose this whole story is like a Rocky story, right? So why not?
I mean, look, the man
Conor catch him
fought
while he's coming in.
Yeah.
one of the
Conor
greatest
can catch him.
defensive
Conor can
boxers
make
of
it.
all time.
I mean, you see what he did to Eddie Alvarez. You see what he did to Aldo. Nobody had ever done that to Aldo before.
Khabib, it's like an ISIS video. It's gonna be long, drawn out. It's gonna be a fucking nightmare that you're not gonna.
I do kind of like that quote from Brendan Schaub, even though he gets a lot of crap for his quotes.
Khabib, the Eagle,
That was so bad. He was beating that dude so bad he was telling him to quit, to stop, just quit.
Dominance by Khabib Nurmagomedov. Conor McGregor.
He's had some great fights, man. He's had some great hype fights. He's had some great press conferences. He's been fun to watch. Especially in the middle of
what makes him so great.
his hype career, you know.
And you know what? I said it then, I'll say it again. He's gonna be the greatest
People
ever.
were tuning in to the press conferences. They were packed.
For me to commit to something like that, I need to be solid.
Hardly ever
on
happened
the
in
show
the
up,
UFC.
and he's a consistent pull-out merchant. You know what I mean? If you want me to come and change your life, if you want me to come pick you, you better have some damn reasons for me to do that.
If you wanna find me, please just send me location. Send me location.
Let's set it up. Yeah, I'm with Joey. Let's fucking do it. Let's stop this shit. Enough. Enough. That's it. End the story.
Man, I hope they make this happen. I think the problem right now is McGregor's such a superstar. He wants big money for this. He doesn't want to come in because, I mean, there is a chance that Khabib... That was a great video, by the way. The Mobber, I appreciate you requesting that. I actually have watched that video before, but it was when it first came out. I found it when it had barely any views. Because, like, it'll tell me on YouTube videos I've watched before. When I look them up, it gives the red bar at the bottom saying, like, oh, you've seen all of this video. Sometimes it'd be half a red bar. It'd be like, you've watched half of this video. But I forgot how good that video was. But, yeah, go to... Dry Studio says, thanks for 1 million views. He's got, like, almost 2 million now. So, yeah, go to Dry Studio. Check him out. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. I think if the fight happens, everybody's like, oh, I mean, it's funny. It feels like the people who are supporting McGregor at this point are trolls or people who just like say things blindly without thinking about it. They're like, oh, Conor's going to destroy this guy, which he could do. But some I mean, it's like 90% of Khabib fans are all trolls trolling the Conor people, and I think people switch sides to troll each other on both sides. There's very few real fans who have been commenting on YouTube on Khabib and Conor. I'm a fan of both of them. I haven't watched. Now, this shows how much, not that I don't care about Khabib's fights, but the people he's fighting, I'm kind of like, I'm not going to watch that. I'm not going to, he's the headliner. I'm like, I'm not going to pay $60 to watch Khabib maul a guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as fun with watching Khabib fight. I didn't like the Alaquinta, I think that's his name. I didn't like that fight. I didn't watch it. I was gonna buy. It was supposed to be Tony Ferguson versus Khabib. I was gonna buy that, and then once Tony Ferguson broke his leg or did whatever the hell. I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. Did whatever he did. I was uninterested. They were like, Alaquinta's going to step in. And I was like, Alaquinta's a very good fighter, but stepping in on this late a notice, I don't see him even getting close, which I heard. I've watched some clips of it. I heard that Alaquinta actually clipped him a couple times and did pretty decent for a guy just walking in. Khabib had a whole camp, and this dude just walked in and I think did a pretty good job. From the clips I've seen and from what I've heard. But I just don't watch Khabib fight. I've watched some of his fights, but I don't watch all of them, especially if he's a headliner or like a co-main event or anything. I don't buy the pay-per-view just because I'm like, he's going to maul whoever he's fighting. The Conor fights I watch because Conor is beatable. He came in with, he had 1 or 2 losses on his record. He can be beaten. So, I mean, that's kind of why you watch him. You watch him because you're waiting. You're like, okay, he can be beaten, but can he prevail? And he usually prevails. Most of the time he prevails. He didn't do good in the first Nate fight, and he did great in the second Nate Diaz fight. But, like, you always watch because there's so much at stake. With Khabib, they give him these kind of like, they're good fighters, but they're not big-name fighters. And so I'm just kind of like, he's just going to maul this guy. My question is with the fight, Conor has very good accuracy with his fists. That is undeniable. He has insanely good accuracy with his fist, and he can, if he has that, if he's at the right weight and has that power to cardio ratio, he can put people to sleep with one shot, or make them take a nap halfway down and then tag them with other shots, like he did with Eddie Alvarez. He just couldn't do anything but hit Eddie Alvarez on the chin or temple. Can Khabib withstand Conor's... The thing is, Khabib's going to be trying to get that takedown. Maybe he could surprise us. Maybe he could do a lot of work on his striking and surprise us, because I don't doubt Khabib could knock somebody out on the feet. I just don't. I think he could do it, But I feel like with Conor, he's not... I don't think he's going to have an easy time hitting Conor, and I know Conor's going to be landing shots. The problem is what Conor's going to show up. Is the showboating Conor going to show up that gets hit in the face, or is the actual tactical fighter Conor going to show up who throws kicks to keep distance and can box among has boxed one of the greatest boxers in our history, but not. I said one of the, not the greatest, but that's the thing. What if I think Khabib could take down Conor all day? I think it would be a bad fighter. I truly believe that Khabib would win that fight, and it would be devastating. It would end the Conor hype train, which, I mean, is kind of died down now that he hasn't been around for a while. I think Khabib could derail the Conor hype train with his wrestling and ground and pound. Conor can take a lot of damage. He's never been knocked out. I think his first 2 losses were submission. I think all 3 of his losses have been submission. But I don't think he's ever been knocked out. He has been knocked stupid. Nate Diaz knocked him stupid. But I think it would be 5 rounds of Khabib just beating Conor, taking him down and beating him. But what if Conor could stuff Khabib's takedowns? Khabib is going to pressure Conor. And Conor's been pressured multiple times. He's fought wrestlers. He's fought... Nate Diaz is him and his brother Nick, they're the king of pressure fighting. So I think he would be okay with the pressure unless he couldn't stop the takedowns. If Conor can stuff Khabib's takedowns and create distance and strike with Khabib, it is not going to be good for Khabib. I don't think Conor can do that. I hope he could do that. I hope he'd train. I feel like he's too rich now to worry about training his butt off, but I hope he does. I want him to win because Khabib is the last. It's funny, Conor climbs all these mountains. They always put another mountain in front of him. Khabib is the last mountain that people say that Conor can't top. And if he does, if I was Conor and I beat Khabib, I would retire because I would be tired of it. I'd be like, you're just going to come up with this other guy who you say I'm afraid of, who you say I can't beat. So if I was Conor and I beat Khabib, I would retire and invest my money wisely, you know what I'm saying, to keep that legacy. I wouldn't go the route of Ronda Rousey. You can't go out losing because people will quickly forget who you are. But I want Conor to win just to kind of like cement the great legacy that he has given. I mean, he has carried the UFC on his back for years now. So if he loses it, the UFC kind of lose credibility, which a lot of people want that to happen. Personally, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Khabib's going to beat the crap out of him, but whatever. I mean, this is just me guessing. I like Khabib too. I like both of them, but if I had to choose a person I'd want to win, I think Conor would be more entertaining. I think he would be a better ambassador for MMA if he could, keep his act straight. Don't go the route of John Jones, but I don't. Khabib, he's just a fighter. He doesn't care about talking smack. He doesn't care about showboating and stuff like that. He's just a fighter, which people love. But at the same time, as far as an ambassador for the sport, as far as kids looking up to Khabib and wanting to be like him, I think he can't reach as many as Conor can reach. But anyway, because I'm all about what's best for the sport. I know, like, everybody wants we're about the purity of the fighters, you know what I'm saying, fighting. Not me. I understand from a business standpoint, you want the entertainment value, you want people to watch, but you also want legit fighters. There's people out there who just want the entertainment to go away and just all legit fighters. Well, it's not going to be on TV and you won't be watching it anymore. You'll have to actually drive. Like in the early days when they had them here in this state in Alabama, they had like the second or whatever UFC in Alabama, and it was just like in somebody's backyard. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to go back to that. I want it to stay on this high level it is, but I've run my mouth way too much. The Mobber, I appreciate you requesting this video. Once again, if you want to get your me react to your video, all you got to do is comment down below. Let me know what you want to see. You got to subscribe first. I kind of check that sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes it slips through, but whatever. Anyways, appreciate y'all watching. Check me out, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter. Like always, check me on the streets.